Hello, welcome to Individual Alchemy. And I want to talk about how sometimes the universe will push us in the right direction if we aren't necessarily paying attention to what's going on. So what do I mean there? I was going to make a video blog on something that's happening today that I thought would be really interesting. Not necessarily having to do with the site, but just a different lesson that I thought I could pass along. And my computer wasn't working at all. I couldn't get the camera to work. I couldn't get anything to work, and it's not anything that had ever happened before. So I thought it was kind of strange that it was happening at that time. So I went back through, I turned everything off, turned it back on, and tried to get it to work, and it just wasn't working. So I guess this is what I'm supposed to be saying right now, which is kind of funny. I'm gonna use another example besides what had just happened today. My wife and I, just about a month ago, we had to have our vehicle worked on, and we were about 1,000 miles away from home. We were by some friend's house, so we could work on everything, and we actually needed a new transfer case for our truck. And what we did, I got online and I tried to order one from this place that said they could send it to us, and then my buddy and I were just going to do the work ourselves. What ended up happening, you put in all your information, and they said they'll call you the next day or whatever, and to have everything shipped out, just because it's a large part and they want to make sure that you're getting what you actually need. So the next day I didn't hear anything, so I called and I also sent another email and I still didn't hear anything. So I've learned in my life that if something's not working out for me, that to maybe take a step back and to either go past it or reevaluate what was going on. So at that time, we didn't have to have our vehicle worked on. We just wanted to because we still had 1,000 miles to get back home. And so we just went on with what we were doing, and we figured once we got home we'd take care of that. And when we did come home, we got everything taken care of. And the funny part is we got that taken care of, and also a couple other things that we needed to have done. And the price was a lot less than even if we were just going to order the part ourselves and get it put in and everything. And actually, come to find out, there were a couple issues with it that we might not have noticed, and we would have had this brand new piece in there, and it wouldn't have been perfect. So it's just one example of how sometimes the universe might be trying to tell you something, or just your intuition telling it to you. And if you're not paying attention to what your intuition's saying, and sometimes other things happen. Like today, when my computer wasn't working at all, and I couldn't get the camera to work, I couldn't get anything to work. So I'm not making a special report on something that was interesting and just giving you a different story. We're talking about this. So I hope this helps you, and just remember, if something is more difficult than it seems like it should be, and I'm not talking about like long-term goals and something that you're really working towards. What I've noticed it for in my life is just smaller things that I'm trying to do, day-to-day events that if I'm not really paying attention to what's going on, sometimes the universe has to step in and make it a lot more difficult for me. And it's one thing that my wife and I, we choose to follow in our business very closely. Like if we're trying to do an event and it's difficult, or we're jumping through some hoops just to do it, then maybe we shouldn't do it, or look someplace else. So apply this to your own life, and I hope this works for you. Thank you.